In this video, you're going to learn how to publish and create your first Facebook video ad so you can capture motivated seller leads while building awareness for your business in your marketplace. Hey, my name's Josh Harris with REI Blackbook, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to create and publish your first Facebook video ad. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure you subscribe for all things marketing when it comes to real estate investing, and be sure to hit the bell icon to get notified when we publish new videos every week. There's a few reasons why I really like Facebook video ads to generate leads for your business. The first is it's a great low-cost way to not only generate leads, but also build awareness for your company and your brand in your marketplace. As you'll see later on in this video, you can get video views for pennies on the dollar as it relates to any other marketing channel. For example, a lot of investors across the country are having success running TV ads. TV ads cost tens of thousands of dollars to produce and distribute across the different networks in a local market. With Facebook ads, you can shoot a very simple video on your phone and you can run it as an ad on Facebook in your market for as little as just a few dollars a day. So I get the question a lot, okay, what do I say in my video and how do I shoot video? So number one, you could just use your phone. It doesn't have to be overproduced. And a lot of times these kind of raw videos straight from your phone actually outperform really fancy high budget productions because it feels like something your friend would post on a Facebook wall. So it gets people to stop and listen because it looks real and it looks authentic. It doesn't feel like a commercial. And that's the idea here. We don't want to produce these high-end, high-budget commercial type videos. We want to talk to the camera like we're talking to a friend. We want to explain our products and services. In this example, how you help sellers get rid of unwanted properties. You want to explain this process like you're talking to your aunt or uncle or your cousin or your friend that might be in a similar situation. So imagine your friend calls you or your aunt or uncle calls you and they're facing foreclosure. How would you explain that process to them? That's how I want you to shoot this video, as if you're talking to a friend. And we've got Facebook ad templates and video scripts that you can download for free. There's a link below this video. You can click on that link and you can download this Facebook ads template for free. So make sure you do that before getting started. Another reason why I love Facebook video ads so much is because Facebook gives you a ton of information and a ton of data that you can analyze. So you can see exactly how many people are watching your video, how long they're watching your video for. You can take a segment of that audience and you can say, hey, I want to see how many people are watching this video 50% of the way or 75% of the way. Or I want to see everybody that's watched this video 100% of the way, all the way through. And you could take that audience and retarget them with another ad. And we're going to have a video to show you how to do that later on in this series. The great thing about Facebook video ads is you can also see how the ad performs as it relates to your call to action, meaning you can see how many people watch the video, like we already said, but also how many people actually click the link on the ad. So, you're going to see how many impressions you get, how many people watch, and then how many people actually click. And Facebook will break that down for you. So they'll show you how much it costs to get somebody to watch your video. They'll show you how much it costs to get somebody to actually click on your ad. They'll show you how much it costs for you to capture a lead. It's really great data and it's all really easy to get out of Facebook. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do in this video. So with that said, let's talk about what you're going to need to get this Facebook video ad published. So number one, you're going to need a video shot. Again, if you haven't done so yet, please download the script below in this video. We're going to give you the Facebook ad template to copy exactly what you should say in this video. We've tested this with investors in our market here in St. Louis and also across the country, and this ad works. So you're going to need to get that video shot. The next thing you're going to need is a web page to send traffic to. So this could be any web page. Obviously, if you're using REI Blackbook, you can use either a landing page or a web page from your REI Blackbook account. We're going to get into that and show you how to do that. And then you're going to need ad copy, which again, we provide to you in the Facebook ads template. All right, with that said, let's hop in Facebook Ad Manager and start working on creating our first video ad. All right, so once you're inside Facebook Ads Manager, to get started, you're just going to click on Create. And now setting up your video view ad is actually really easy to do once you have your video already shot. And so the first thing that Facebook is going to ask you to do is to choose your campaign objective. And it's super important that you choose the right campaign objective, because what Facebook is asking you by asking you to choose a campaign objective, they're asking, what are you optimizing this ad to do? What do you want Facebook to count as success? And in this example, what success looks like for us is video views. We want as many people to see this video as possible. So what we're going to choose is video views, of course. And then if we scroll down, Facebook has this new feature to make it a little easier to name your campaign and ad set and ad all at the same time. So I'm going to use that because it's kind of nice. And TOF just stands for top of funnel. This means this is our top of funnel ad. It means we're going after cold traffic. So I just say TOF before any of my top of funnel ads. And so I'm going to say TOF video view. And this is going to be the campaign. So I'm just going to leave it at that. The ad set, I'm going to do TOF video view as well. And then I'm going to do TOF video view. And we're going to call this our process video, because the video I shot is walking them through our process. Okay. And the reason I'm doing that is because inside of an ad set, you could actually have multiple different types of ads. So I could run a completely separate ad with a different type of video if I wanted to test a quote unquote our process video against a different type of video where I'm saying a completely different message. So I'm going to go ahead and click continue, and it's going to take me inside of the campaign where I can now start to build out my ad. So the first thing you have to do, since we are in the real estate market, the real estate industry, is we do have to select the special ads category. That's going to restrict you on the type of targeting you can do, unfortunately, but Facebook released this about a year, maybe a year and a half ago. So we do have to say that this is a special ad category. Click on housing. If you don't, your ads are going to get rejected automatically. And then pretty much everything else on here we can just skip over. Click next. And so at the ad set level is where we set our budget. So with the video view, I'm going to start out with $10 a day, and you could start as low as $1 a day. I'd say probably anywhere from $5 to $10 would be a good place to start. And it's automatically going to select the start date and time as basically right now. You also, at the ad set level, choose your audience. So this is who actually sees your ad. And so your audience, again, you don't really have much options when you target. I can't select age. It automatically does 18 to 65. Can't select gender. There's really not a whole lot you can do at all with demographics. I think there's a couple things you can do as far as interest goes. But we are basically just going to drop a pin in our market and let everybody see this video view ad. Because remember, this is a top of funnel ad. This is a cold traffic ad. We're just trying to identify people who may be interested in your service while also building your brand and building know, like, and trust in your market. So to do that, we're going to go and let's see, here we go. Location. Click on edit. We don't want to target the entire United States. I'm going to search for St. Louis. So I'm just going to type in my market, and it's going to automatically drop a pin. Now, what I want to actually do is I'm going to move this pin. So I'm going to drop another pin and put it over here a little bit, because we don't buy houses in Illinois. And so if I wanted to, I could delete this. You can drop the pin kind of wherever you want. Delete this to make sure that, oops, do that again. And delete this one to make sure that I don't go into Illinois. Now, if a few people in Illinois see this, it's not the end of the world. And you can also drop multiple pins. So if I wanted to be here and also down here, I could do that. And that's going to work out just fine. So you can see here at $10 a day, it's going to tell me that I'm going to reach anywhere from about 450 to 1,300 people. So that's how many people will see my video every day for $10. The cool thing too is I'm going to show you after we publish our ad. It's going to take a few hours for it to get approved. But after I publish the ad, I'll show you some of the analytics that you have at your fingertips. And you'll literally be able to see how many people watch your ad, how long they're watching, how many people watch 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%, what it's costing you to get a click. And you can get a ton of eyeballs on your business and your offer for literally pennies. It's pretty amazing. And you can adjust this. So let's say if I wanted to do $20 a day, it'll adjust your reach, as you can see right here. So I'm going to drop this down. Let's drop it down to 5. So you can then see what you're going to get for $5 a day. I'm just going to keep it at 10. Okay. And we're going to continue to go down. I'm going to do manual placement because I only want this to show up on a Facebook newsfeed. That's the only place I want this to show up, nowhere else. Some of these other locations are good for retargeting because they're already familiar with you, but really we only want this to show up in the newsfeed. And interestingly enough, you can now see that our reach went up dramatically, even though we didn't change our daily budget. So now it's saying, and these are of course just estimates anyways, but now it's saying we're going to reach anywhere from 1,400 to almost 4,000, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to scroll down, and I think this is all I need to do. Yep. Click next. And now this is where we actually create the ad creative. So this is where we go in. We need to select the Facebook page that we're going to be using. And my Facebook page is STL Home Offers. Not doing anything on Instagram right now. Now I need to choose my video. Now I already have a video shot. It's just a sample video that I'm using for this demo, for this tutorial. But I'm going to click add video, and I've already got it added here. You would need to, download this from your phone or get it onto your computer somehow. Click upload, and you're going to upload your video. Click next. Done. All right. And you can see now I've got a preview. All right. And I'm going to add my primary text. And what I actually do, if we go into your Facebook ad template, and you can download this Facebook ad template, there's a link below this video, so you can download this ad template directly inside of there. And if I scroll down, we've got this video script here. I actually just take the copy from the video script, and I'm going to do some quick, you're going to want to update this here. I'm not going to do it for this. You don't need to watch me update all this. But I'm just going to copy this and actually take the entire video script, and I use it for my ad copy. Pop it in there. And again, you're going to want to make sure you update all this. I'm also going to jump into my REI Blackbook account. You don't have to use REI Blackbook for this, but since I have my REI Blackbook account here, I've got campaign tracking links. And this is pretty cool because what this does is it's going to go in and you can create these campaign tracking links, and you can say any lead that comes from this link is going to automatically track. And we have some other training videos to talk about campaign tracking links, but I'm just going to grab this link here, and I'm going to pop it in this video ad in a couple different places. So I'm going to say if you want to get an offer on your property, just click the link below and submit your property details. Oops. All right, so I just wanted to take a quick second to ask you a question, and I'd love if you could answer it below in the comments. If you've ever run Facebook ads of any kind, whether they be video or just static images, what kind of success have you had, and what market are you investing in? All right, now let's get back to the tutorial. All right, so this is just a link shortener. You could, of course, just hand type your link in. I could just type in www.stlhomeoffers.com if I wanted to, but I'm using this link shortener because it's going to track all the clicks and it's going to automatically, let me know that any lead that comes to my website, fills out this form, came from this Facebook ad. It's pretty cool. I'm also going to want to add a website URL, and then that gives you a couple more options. You can add a headline. So first I'm going to paste my website URL in here. I'm going to change the display link to stlhomeoffers.com. And sometimes Facebook will let you do this, sometimes they won't. It's kind of weird. If the website URL domains aren't the same, sometimes they flag that, but it's looking like it's letting me do it right now. The headline, I'm just going to grab from this template as well. Do you have a problem property that you need to sell fast? Copy that. Paste it in there. Oops. Don't really need to add anything to the description. And that is literally about it. So let's recap real quick what we did here. So again, we selected where we're going to show this video. So if I go back to my ad set, we're spending $10 a day, and we're going to show this video to anyone who lives in, or actually we want to change this, anyone who is living in this location. Okay. And it's these, those 2 pin drops that we put on the map. Not a whole lot you can do with targeting, which is okay, because what we're going to do is we're using this video kind of like as bait, and anybody who watches, 50 to 75% of this video, we can retarget with a more direct ad. So you will get leads from these videos. It's not just bait. These video view ads will produce leads, but it's also going to build up this audience for you of viewers. And anybody who's going to watch, 60 to 90 to 120 seconds of somebody like myself talking about selling a troubled piece of real estate on Facebook, where there's infinitely more interesting things they could be doing on Facebook and across the internet, it means that they have some sort of interest in you or your company or the service that you offer. Doesn't mean they have a house to sell. Doesn't mean that they're going to sell a house to you right away, but they've got some sort of an interest. And so we can take, because right now the potential reach that we've got is, 780,000 people. So 750,000 people. And we might be able to find 4,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 people over time that are watching these videos, and they're watching 75%. They're watching 100% of the video. And if that's the case, then we'd want to retarget that person with a more direct ask. And we're going to have a video to talk about retargeting, but just know that that is one of the side effects, or one of the benefits of running these video view ads, is these audience of viewers that you build up. All right. So we told Facebook how much we want to spend. We told Facebook where we want to run this video. And now if we jump back here, we built the ad creative, which is a video, some primary text, and a headline. And now all we need to do is click publish. And it will publish, and it will be in review here in a minute. All right, so it says multiple items were published, 1 campaign, 1 ad set, and 1 ad were all published. If I click view details, you can see that information there. I'm going to close this out, and you can see that this is now in, if I jump back over to the campaigns, this is now in review. All right, so what I've done in my ad account is I created a custom view. And so you can see you have these different types of views. By default, you have a view called performance. I created one called video views because you can see here, basically this view it's just saying, what do you want to see? What type of data do you want to see? And by default, they give you pretty limited amount of data. They show you your budget, your bid strategy, your reach, your impressions, cost per result. So not a whole lot. So I created this one called video views, and I'll show you how to do this in a second. And it shows all the basic stuff, but it also dives in and shows, your results. So results is how many views did you get, how many through plays. So a through play for Facebook, it's kind of misleading. You would think it's somebody that watches all the way through the video, but a through play is actually anyone who watches at least 15 seconds of your video. And if you have short videos, sometimes like if you're running an e-commerce business or something, you might have a video that's 8 seconds long. So a through play would be anybody who watches either an entire video or at least 15 seconds, okay? Doesn't tell you a whole lot in this context, because usually the videos you're shooting for real estate, especially if you're talking directly to a camera, are going to be, 1, 2, 3 minutes long. So that's why we went and I added these metrics here for video plays at 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. Because what you can then do is you could tell Facebook later, remember we were talking about retargeting, and we're going to have a video in this series on retargeting, but you could say, hey, Facebook, I want to target everybody who's watched at least 75% of this video, or at least, 100% of this video. And I want to retarget them with this specific ad. So you can do that inside of Facebook, and it's really nice. I also have the average playtime. So I know if my video is 3 minutes long and Facebook's telling me people are only watching it for 30 seconds, it means that I'm not striking a chord. I need to go back and I need to change my video because nobody's watching it. So that's really valuable data to have. It's going to show you how many actual video plays you get. Again, how many through plays? What was your cost per through play? How many leads did you get? What was your cost per lead? What I don't have in here is how many clicks to my website did I get? What was my cost per clicks? So if you want to go and create your own view, you can click here and I can click on customize columns. It's then going to show me all the data that I already have in my view. Okay. And you can take a look at the data that I have here. And you can add any piece of data that Facebook allows. And you can see, I'll scroll through all the data that Facebook's going to have. They've got a ton of information that you can put into your, what they call views, okay? So I'm going to go and just search for clicks. You do link clicks, unique clicks. So the difference between a link click and a unique link click is, you can see these little tooltips pop up. This says the number of people who performed a link click. And link clicks is the number of clicks on links within an ad that led to an advertiser's specific destination. Basically what that means is the same person could click on multiple ads in your ad, or unique clicks just tracks, one unique user, even if they click multiple links on that ad. All right, so I'm gonna just select link clicks all. I'll also select unique link clicks. It's kind of hard to say for me for some reason. And then I'm gonna say cost per, let's see, CPC. Yeah, cost per link click. So I wanna know what my cost per click is and how many clicks I'm getting. And there's a bunch of other information. If you were running conversion ads, you can have, cost per conversions. You could certainly look through here and see everything that they've got. But if you wanted to create a unique view for your video view ads, this is how you would do it. And these are the metrics that I would recommend tracking. All right. So I'm going to click apply. And you can now see that clicks are on there, unique link clicks are on there, and cost per clicks are on there. Now, again, it's going to take Facebook typically a few hours for your ads to get approved. And if your ad does not get approved for some reason, usually they'll give you a reason why. You can also send Facebook an email and you can ask them why. Sometimes it's a little bit of a game of cat and mouse, but if you play by Facebook's rules, you should have no problem getting your ads approved, which means you need to make sure that you're designating your ads, your campaigns as special ad categories, because again, we're dealing with housing. All right, so as you can see, setting up a Facebook video view ad is actually pretty easy to do. We provide the scripts, we give you all the ad copy. Again, it's all right inside of this Facebook ad template. There's a link below this video that you can click and you can download this template for free. So I suggest that you do that. Use this ad copy. It's all tested. It works really well. If you haven't yet done so, be sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos just like this. We've got a few more videos in this Facebook ad series. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button. Please share it with your other friends in the real estate investing community, and we will see you next time. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.